We're live.
And Daryl, who has a habit of not being here, is not here. I'm Tracy.
And I'm Sean.
This is Shop Talk.
Daryl's gonna kill us for that.
Only if he's watching. Now, dang it, Daryl, you know you got that habit of not being here, and here you are, not here again. I guess I'll defend him slightly. Of course, he wasn't here most of the day.
Yeah.
But he did. He went to help out some people pull a fence, and he got ate up by fire ants. So he went home to lick his wounds.
Yeah.
What you got today, Sean?
Well, I don't know. Didn't really have a whole lot of stuff followed up beforehand. Usually I got at least some news stories.
Yeah, me too. But
everything's been pretty much covered to death. There really ain't anything to cover on the thing. Coal, the company being gutted pretty much. And, I mean, you know, they're kind of floundering right now anyway. So it's put them in a prime position to restructure the company, which is kind of what we need to do anyway.
yeah, probably. Yeah, well, it's still the beginning of the month, man. I spent the weekend paying bills. I pay all my bills once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the weekend I do that, or the week,
Yeah.
forget it. Yeah, there ain't much else that goes on in my brain except for, are we gonna have any money left at the end of this sit-down session with the checkbook?
Yeah.
Mhm. Don't have the chamber casting on that 2520.
Well,
I'm only gonna partly apologize for that. Yeah, I probably had time the end of last week to do it, but we had a power feed fail on our mill, and couldn't get. We tore it apart and thought we might be able to fix it, but nah, it's one of them Chinese made things. We ain't fixing it.
Yeah.
So I ordered a new one, and we spent the day installing it. The trouble is, the mill has been discontinued, and some of the, even though it was the same make and model power feed, the mounting hardware was slightly different. And when I'm saying slightly, we're talking holes drilled off center compared to the first one by 1/16 of an inch or less, just enough so you can't re-drill it and re-tap it.
Yeah.
Some other things moved slightly, and a change of a switch. But between all the old hardware and the new hardware,
Yeah, we
we made it work.
cannibalized the old ones, retrofit it to the new one.
Yeah, let's see. We used the old mounting system on the new power feed, and we had to cut the automatic limiter switch off the new power feed and off the old power feed and pigtail it in. It was an interesting day. Something that should have took maybe 45 minutes to an hour took us most of the day, because we're just taking things apart, putting them back together in different configurations till we got one that worked, that we didn't have to do a lot of modification to.
Yeah. And it worked once we got it all together. It worked.
It's working great. I'm just hoping I can drill out the new mounting bracket, because that hole was a 1/4 inch or more off.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can re-drill it and tap it, because we don't think we broke it. I think the person who initially installed it for me,
If I broke that,
they were
more badass.
I was gonna say, they're about twice Sean's size. Okay, and he was using my 1/2 inch drive socket.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure he's the one that started the cracks. And when we were tightening it down, it continued to crack. So we
Yeah,
redneck
I
in.
never even
Yeah. We redneck engineered it with some C clamps and the mounting screws, and it's holding up good. So it'll get me through a job or two. Yeah, but I will, next week, I will, even if I'm back there 10 minutes before the show, get that chamber casting done.
Yeah.
Because I want to know what it's in, so I can start looking for ammo or make the decision to buy a reamer and take it out a little more. I'm gonna shoot that damn gun. Let's see, not much. I don't have anything. I ain't played with a gun in a week.
Yeah.
We did have a photo shoot here last week.
Yeah.
Good looking model, good photographer, pictures. I've seen some of the preliminary photos and they're great. There's one I can't show my wife because I'm in it. No, she's probably not watching, so I'm safe. But we'll get some of those up on our Facebook page when I get more available. Now, locally, I tell you what, locally, some shit's been going on. People have been just piling up dead here and there.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Gant, Elba.
Yeah.
Let's see, 2 shootings.
Yeah.
Now, rumor mill has it the one shooting was accidental.
Yeah.
Someone's called them kids. I'm sorry. 20 to 25. You're not quite a kid anymore. You're not a full-blown adult. Yeah. You still do dumb shit. But they was drinking, and I imagine, from what I understand, the group, there was probably some drug use going on also. Yeah. And believe it or not, the kid got the gun. His mother got him the gun because she wanted him to have a gun. She didn't want him to. I guess she wanted him to protect him. His father didn't want him to have a gun. Yeah. And his father probably, I'm not so sure. I don't know him personally. I don't know if the father didn't want him to have a gun because he's anti-gun, or the father just said, no, my boy's too dumb at 22 yet to have a gun. You know, I wouldn't give my daughter a gun at 22 for her to keep. Hell, I won't even let her take the one now out the shop. And she's 24. Yeah. But I guess the one kid was showing off his gun, took the magazine out, and fooling around, pointed at his buddy's head, and pulled the trigger. Didn't clear the chamber. That's a questionable accident. Yeah. Especially, I mean, plain and simple.
Well, that's not an accident anyway. That's a negligent discharge.
That's, at the very least, it's involuntary at the very least, it's manslaughter. Yeah. And I could even see maybe 3rd-degree murder. Skip the manslaughter, go right to the murder. I mean, these guys were old enough to know better, or they should have. Yeah. It could be just natural selection working. A little slow, but working. Let's see, what was the other shooting? I didn't hear much on the other shooting, except for it was in the cab of a truck or a work truck or something. I don't know. Yeah, the body they found in Elba, that was in the P. Well, I saw the headline, body found. Yeah, I saw the headline, body found in P River. I'm sitting there, oh shit, I wonder if that's near Daryl's folk. You know, but no, that was up in Elba. Yeah. And I guess the body been there since January. Yes. Yeah, because that's when the guy went missing. Yeah.
Well, to begin with, they thought it was somebody went missing last week, and then they determined that it was.
Yeah. And let's see, Well, I didn't see when the robbery was in Florella, but Church's Chicken and Florella got robbed at gunpoint by 2 guys.
Yeah,
Apparently the PD got their ass this past couple of days.
yeah.
They picked up the one guy, and subsequent follow-up search of his premises.
That's a whole new level of low when you stoop to robbing
Churches?
Church's Chicken.
Yeah.
If you were robbing a fast food fried chicken joint.
For your nightly fix. I mean, come on.
A new level of
Yeah,
low.
yeah. Yep.
That is messed up.
You get more at the gas station, I'm just saying. But subsequent search of his home, not only did they got him on the armed robbery,
Yeah.
Possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia.
Yeah.
Chemical endangerment of a minor. I guess he was manufacturing.
So probably that he was messed up.
Yeah, yeah. And they also nailed his live-in girlfriend, common law wife, whatever.
Yeah. Didn't they just do away with that?
Well,
Yeah,
well, I don't know. I think so.
I know that I don't know if it ever got signed, but I know that it went through. And I don't know if it actually
Well, hell, in Tennessee,
made it all the way through.
if you sign into a hotel as Mr. and
It
Mrs.
used to
for
be that
one
way
night,
too.
that's it.
Yeah.
He's married.
It used to be that way.
But anyways, they got her for marijuana, paraphernalia, chemical endangerment of a child.
Yeah.
Oh, and he also had some, like 2 or 3 other warrants on traffic violations.
Mm.
The other guy they caught like a day or 2 after.
Yeah.
And they nailed him with the robbery, him with a possession of marijuana charge, paraphernalia charge. His live-in with the possession of marijuana and a paraphernalia charge.
Damn.
Yeah, the 2 guys are sitting there with bail that's just under $1 million. $930,000.
That's something else.
Yeah. And let's see, what was there? There was another one. Oh, there was another drug bust in someone else. Yeah, they've been busy, spring break and all.
Yeah.
That's actually what's going on. It's spring break.
Yeah.
So if it ain't the kids getting out and partying and getting in trouble, it's the adults who is supplying them, fighting over territory and ramping up production and needing money and stuff to.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're driving around South Central Alabama, yeah, make sure there ain't shit in your car.
Yeah.
Because they bring the dog out for failure to turn a blinker on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they sure do.
And if you got,
And at the very least, they will just ruin a good half hour to an hour for you.
yeah,
I mean, even if you don't got nothing to
Yep.
hide,
yeah.
they'll still ruin your day.
Well, last year, this time of year, I think, man, they had 7 or 8 out-of-state kids
Yeah.
between Florella, Opp, and Andalusia.
Yeah.
And for dumb shit stuff, not like they were bringing pounds of marijuana or kilos of coke.
Yeah.
They stopped and this poor kid's got a roach in his ashtray and
Oh yeah.
a fucking 357, a white cross in his cigarette pack.
Yeah.
Or some other kid's got a Xanax tablet and oh shit, I can't remember what I was going to say now. But they're ADHD.
Adderall?
Yeah, no, not Adderall, Ritalin, that's it. I'm gonna say Adderall's the real shit. That's real methamphetamine. It's
Yeah,
pharmaceutical
I used
grade.
to work with somebody that, her son had a Xanax in his truck. And they got him 2 years.
Yeah, see, I'm just waiting to get pulled over. 'Cause
And I believe that was what his lawyer had, gotten him down to 2 years. Because, but it was a single pill was what he had. And they nailed him to the wall for that.
shit, when I was a kid, cop would have caught you with that. Hell, man, they caught you with 2 or 3 joints. You know, okay, give it to me. They'd crumble them right there in front of you in the wind. It's like, don't do it again. I catch you again. Next time I'm not throwing them out. You know, but I'm waiting because when I go run sound for Daryl, we don't usually get back till 5, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
I have nightly medications.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not taking 3 damn pill bottles that are
Yeah.
this tall and this big around, sticking them in my jacket.
Yeah.
You know, so I got this little tin,
Yeah.
and I can put my pills in there, and I usually have 2 days worth.
Yeah.
That way, just in case I break down or we get stuck there longer. And if we're going for a Friday and Saturday show out of town, gonna be in a hotel room, I'll take 3 or 4 days worth.
Yeah.
You
If you're
know,
gonna be gone for a whole week, you could take the old lady supply and, get the little,
yeah.
the little,
Well, and-
the little daily
Yeah.
tray thing.
Well, now see, I do. I got one. I got a daily tray thing too.
Yeah.
And if I'm gone more than 2 nights,
Yeah.
that goes with me.
Yeah.
You know, and usually I still take my little tin. You know, because I always carry at least 3 extra days worth when I travel.
Yeah.
2 nights.
Yeah.
Because you never know, your car breaks down. All kinds of things can. You know, I could be coming home by I-65 and have to reroute through Mississippi.
Yeah.
You know, who knows? Get stuck in a snowstorm between here and Buffalo, New York, someplace in the middle of friggin' Ohio.
Yeah.
Or the Kentucky mountains. You know, and I don't carry all my screws with me. You know, screw the damn cops. You can test every one of my damn pills, and God help you if I have some kind of medical emergency because you took my pills to go test them bastards.
Yeah.
Now, if I got them twisted up in the ends of baggies in bundles of 20, that's probably a little fishy, you know?
Yeah.
Or even floating
When
around in
I
my
get old, see now, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna carry the bottle with me too, though,
I'm just gonna go.
just so that I can.
I'm just gonna go buy vitamin C and twist them up. Just go to the health store and buy vitamins and shit and twist it up in the bag, leave them here and there in my van. Let them search me, let them charge me. And no, man, they got test kits. You could have tested that out and seen that that wasn't an opiate or a meth. Yep, guess what? Money. Yeah, I thought about that.
Yeah.
Probably will one day. Just for shits and giggles.
Yeah.
Have a baggie full of oregano in the dash.
Yeah.
Or better yet, now, when I lived up in New York, we lived out in the woods.
Yeah.
And we homesteaded it. I mean, we raised our own critters on fire. We heated with firewood, you know.
Yeah.
Well, and we still do it, make herbal teas.
Yeah.
Now you want to go to sleep at night, a little catnip, a little peppermint, and a little lemon balm.
Yeah.
We used to grow all our own herbs. And what we didn't grow, we harvested wild.
Yeah.
And we'd hang them in our windows. We had south-facing windows in the house. We'd hang them by string in the windows.
Yeah.
And then when they dried, we strip them off and stuff and prepare it and put it in baggies.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm just going to drive around with a couple baggies of that on my dash.
Yeah.
That ought to work real nice, especially if I get nailed with chlorella or op.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, my luck, if I get nailed in op, it'll be Jason Strickland. You know, and he'll be like, Tracy, are you stupid? Really? You having sound problems?
No, I'm just trying to make sure I got the sound.
Yeah. And if I get nailed in Andalusia, it'd probably be Jimmy. And Jimmy would be the same thing. You dumbass, what are you doing this for? Get these guys all excited thinking they're gonna get a good bust and you got fucking peppermint in the bag. I do want to thank our local sheriff. Our alarm, when it goes off accidentally, quickly, and last night my daughters had them come out to check the shop because there was a vehicle parked in the parking lot well after dark.
Yeah.
And they sent 2 sheriffs and they did the perimeter check and everything, made sure the building was secure and there was no one around. So thank you, Andalusia Sheriff's Department deputies. Excuse me, Covington County.
Yeah.
I hate living so close to that damn city, that I don't know how they call it a city. It ain't big enough. Town of Andalusia, I get. City, I don't get.
Well, then you got towns near it that are half the size of it, so. You got, well,
Yeah.
Op is about 3/4 the size.
Yeah, I'm not seeing how Andalusia, Op, or Florella get a city rating.
And Florella is, well.
Half the size of
Florella
Op.
actually isn't even half the size of Op unless you count the lake. I mean, the lake is bigger than the rest of Florella.
Yeah, you could put Florella in the lake.
Well, you got Kinston over there, it's like one street. And you got McKenzie up this way, it's one street. It's about the same size as
You got Carolina that you could fit their post office and city hall, town hall in our gun shop. In the front of the gun shop.
Yeah. Is it still in the store? Or is
No, just down the road from the store.
Okay.
But it's still, it ain't but half the size of this room.
Yeah.
That's their town hall and post office.
I know it used to be in Tommy's store down there.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, I guess we're supposed to stay after a little bit and join,
Yeah, we'll cut out here a little early to jump over there. That's what I'm trying to
okay.
make sure I got the sound on this, because I
Well, tell them where we're going.
don't have any external speakers.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, headset, yeah, like you did.
yeah. Well, I mean, the speakers on here work, but they don't work with our setup
Yeah.
for some reason. But this headset, I can make it work. That's what we were using last week.
It worked pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess they're gonna be talking about some gun laws, and I guess they're hitting on New York State tonight. And me being a refugee from New York,
Yeah, refugee. That's,
now I ain't. I left New York just before the SAFE Act, so I quickly gave myself a crash course on it today, and I really didn't do that good of a crash course. But,
yeah.
since I do know the 94 gun assault weapons banned pretty well, I did.
Well, that's pretty much
damn
it.
well.
I
They just
mean,
they just
added a few
revamped
things
it
to
and added a few
Yeah.
bullshit things to it. So
Oh, I got one thing I wanted to touch on a little bit. I recently purchased an Alien Gear holster rig,
yeah,
and actually a set of them. I got the deal where you get
two sets of, you know, any way you want them, outside or inside. And so I got an outside waistband and inside waistband for my 320. And so this is the outside the waistband model. And other than the cute little alien head clip that's on this thing.
Yeah, and the back side of the paddle where no one's gonna see it.
Yeah. The only difference between it and the holsters that I make is the fact that they use a vacuum table, so they get a perfect impression of the gun in the holster. But other than that, I mean, it's really no better than any other Kydex holster. A Kydex holster is a Kydex holster is a Kydex holster.
It's a piece of molded plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic. That's all it is. And another thing.
Now, someone's gonna chime in and tell us, no, it's not plastic. It's a special polymer that's harder.
No, it's fucking plastic.
Space age polymer, plastic, they're the same thing.
It's Kydex.
It's a petroleum-based
product. It's the same shit that you take this shit and melt it and mold it into something else.
It's black PVC pipe.
Yeah, basically. Another thing that I have recently acquired is this belt.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you take that off, I'm shutting my eyes because I don't want to see nothing pop out, drop. Yeah.
No, my pants stay up just fine without it. But this belt, this is the best $50 I have spent in a long time. This isn't just a belt. It's one of those track line belts from Core.
Yeah.
And you've probably seen the ads for them. Yankees talked about them before. I didn't realize that until the other night when he mentioned his belt, that he had the same one that I had. I knew that he had one of these, this type of belt, but I thought he had one of the other brands. I didn't know it was this one. But this is their, can't remember if it's called the Gunner or it's their gun belt anyway. So it's reinforced.
Yeah, it's heavy.
You can see it's the way that this thing fastens on and works like the old slide belts.
It's a zip tie with a latch.
Yeah, well, it's like the old slide belts,
yeah.
You know, like for dress pants or like the old military belts.
Well, kind of.
It's basically the same.
It's just that it's got for the buckle to clip on. Yeah,
well,
it is.
The buckle clips on the same way, except instead of just having those little grabbers, it's got teeth that actually push into the belt to hold the buckle on. So you just find your size on here.
Yeah.
And then you cut it and fasten it in. And then you just slide the belt on and it holds in that little track.
which is basically a zip tie track.
Yeah, basically.
With a lever to undo it.
Yeah.
Now they're marketing them on TV to non-gun people now.
Yeah.
Well,
they sell this company here. I think some of the other brands that's basically the same damn belt. The main differences I've seen in them are the styles of buckles that they offer from one brand to another. But
and maybe the way the buckle unlatches.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, see, I wouldn't cut the belt to my size. I'd put it around and go 6 or 8 inches longer.
I got it a few inches longer so that my inside the waistband will still fit.
Yeah, that's one reason. And then if the wife keeps bringing bags of candy to the shop, I'm gonna need to.
That's another thing is depending on what time of year it is.
After a good meal,
a couple of pant sizes.
Yeah. After a good meal like Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner, you can unclick it a couple notches.
Yeah. but yeah, that so far, it's been an awesome belt, and it holds up well.
How long have you had it?
doesn't- I've only had it a couple of weeks,
Okay.
but
We'll talk to you next year, see how it.
yeah, it's better than, I got a thick belt that's basically just a leather strap, a thick ass
Yeah.
leather strap, and it's
Old school
inch
belt.
and 3/4, I think.
Mhm.
This one is almost that. This one holds my gun up better as far as, moving around and stuff. It holds it in place.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't flop at all. On that other belt, it does move. There's some movement.
Yeah.
There's
Now-
almost no movement.
Now, see, some of that has to do, and you were complaining about this earlier, your pants don't have enough belt loops.
Yeah, that's one thing, which these pants are basically slacks.
Yeah.
I mean, but
They still should have enough belt
Yeah.
loops.
But like when I wear jeans, some weeks I wear jeans
Mhm.
up here. Sometimes I wear the slacks
I don't know, Sean. I don't admire you that much.
or whatever the hell these things
Yeah.
are, because they're not quite slacks. They're a little more comfortable than slacks. But my jeans, for the most part, they have enough belt loops on them. Some of them have too damn many belt loops. But depending on which brand.
Mhm.
But the other belt doesn't quite. I mean, it's not quite sturdy enough to hold up a heavy gun.
Well, the reason I brought that up because the spacing of your belt loops
yeah.
does have a little bit to do with how sturdy the belt can hold.
Oh yeah,
in one
I know
spot.
people that sew an extra belt loop just the other side of where they put their
Yeah.
holster at.
Because it does, it helps
So
hold the
the-
belt
Yeah.
straight. Because I'll agree, a leather belt, just a straight leather belt, the old school style, they
Yeah.
will. Matter of fact, I had one that I wore it for quite a few years.
Yeah.
So much so that the Swedish back was high polished black.
Oh, yeah.
And it had gotten wet and dry while it was on me. And the back part was squished a little from the weight of a carry gun in a wallet.
Yeah.
Because it no longer laid flat on a table. It kind of bowed up a little in spots.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I'll agree. A leather belt can take some abuse. That's why I'm wondering how that'll be in a year.
Yeah.
Not to mention get oil on it or some kind of
Yeah.
cleaner or something.
Well, the other night,
And is the face of it going to crack like the
Yeah,
more
yeah.
expensive dress belts, which actually
yeah,
have
they
a leather face?
I had one time that had cracks all
Yeah.
down it, and it was like it got like a little crack in it, and next thing I knew, it was cracked all the way around.
Yeah.
The next time I went to go get it to wear it, it was cracked all the way around. I had to buy another belt.
Yeah, I know. I had some pretty expensive $30, $40, $50 dress belts, nice little thin ones.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You
Little
know,
thin one, like.
Yeah, my 1 3/4 hand tool, all leather.
Yeah.
That thing cost me like $25.
Yeah.
These $40 and $50 dress belts,
Yeah.
in a year they're cracked. I'm throwing bitch. I
Yeah.
went to wearing suspenders for a while because
Yeah.
screw the belt.
Yeah, I don't know how long Yankees had his, but I know the other night he said that it was starting to get worn. He was going to need a new one soon. So I don't know how long he's had it.
Yeah.
I know he's had it for a while because he's talked about it before, like several times. But like I said, I didn't know it was the same brand. I thought that he had said he had the slide belt, and these are track line.
Track line,
And
track
then-
belt, click belt, whatever.
Yeah, there's several different names
Yeah.
for them, but I thought that he had that other brand, but the other night he said that it was a track line. So that's the same one.
Now, I'll tell you something. I found carrying a gun on a belt.
Yeah.
In or out. Suspenders.
Yeah.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
If I was every day working in the woods, shoveling shit in the barn or in my gun shop up in New York. I liked the military suspenders, which only had a clip on each side.
Yeah.
They weren't, because where I carried my gun, that supported my gun great.
Yeah.
And even when I dressed up, yeah, I'd still go with the suspenders because it gave that extra support, took more of the weight off the hips and stuff.
Yeah. I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah. And when I carried it in a shoulder rig, well, that was hooked at my belt anyway.
Yeah.
So. Okay, Daryl. You have a habit of not being here, damn it. And we got dead air.
Yep.
Because usually if one of us can fill some time, and between the three of us, we can fill
Yeah,
all
we
of it.
usually, one of the three of us has constantly got something to throw in.
Daryl got a new amp.
I do.
I've heard it on the computer when he did a little recording.
Yeah.
I haven't heard it in person yet, but it sounded really good in his little video.
Yeah.
The amp looks cool.
Yeah.
It's red. The front where the speaker is,
Yeah.
because it's a combo. It's
Yeah.
not just a head and cabinet, it's a combo. It looks kind of retro. It's like a bow tie shape.
Hmm.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's got a couple neat features. One of there's either a switch on the amp. Yeah, I think it's a switch on the amp. He can flip the switch, and it's distortion only. And you control it by the volume on your guitar.
Hmm.
And he can switch it another way where it's reverb only.
Yeah.
You don't hear the guitar sounds, you just hear the reverb that would match that frequency.
Yeah.
You know, if you pluck a G string, you don't hear the G as in a musical G, you just hear reverb only.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait for him to bring it up to the shop and kind of show me. And he says you could do some neat things with it.
Yeah.
And I guess the foot switch, which he'll never use,
Yeah.
you can switch back and forth between one of those functions and the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, he never uses the foot switch. I said, don't. I said, good, keep it bundled up and keep that Velcro tight in there, because when we get those combo units in, they're always missing the foot switch.
Yeah.
It almost never fails. And that makes a big difference if it's in really good shape and it's a semi-collectible. So I wonder how long this amp will last. Well, you know, he has a habit of blowing amps. Everything but that little box he's got over there.
Yeah.
It's the only amp he's never.
Oh yeah, that little.
Yeah.
And that was one of those little.
Yeah, it was a
fits
little.
in the
Yeah.
Case.
Yeah, it was a little practice type thing.
Yeah, it came with that. It came with one of those. Can't remember which one.
I don't either. But
It was one of those little deals that's like.
yeah, the amp is like a $35 amp.
Yeah.
You know, if you went to buy it by itself. But yeah, his uncle made a bigger plywood box for it. You know, because I guess the case that it was enclosed in to begin with was cardboard like shit.
Well, it was a guitar case that.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the one that came out. It was that
built in
that guitar case that had the built-in amplifier in it, and I think that
the
thing
guitar
was sort of
case.
disintegrated.
Yeah, it was that cardboard thin.
It was
shit.
Was it that? Was it that? I Can't remember.
You know, we're butchering this, so
Yeah,
Daryl's gonna have
was it
to.
that cardboard guitar?
Oh, no, it wasn't the cardboard guitar. No, not quite, but yeah, we do got a, for lack of a better term, cardboard guitar.
I can't remember which one it was. That it was a little deal that. Yeah.
And, but that's the only amp he's got that he's been able to keep. But the other thing he likes about this new amp, it's a tube amp. He prefers tube amps,
Yeah.
and I'll agree that I like their sound better. He says this thing sounds like it's straight out of the 50s.
Yeah.
You know, it's amazing. There's only one little circuit board, and it's not even a circuit board by today's terms. It's more of an old breadboard type. You know what I'm talking about. And so I'm sure there's some guys out there that know too. So, and it's all straight wired.
Yeah.
So if something does, a pop meter on it or something goes, we should be able to keep it repaired quite easily, which is nice because we got a beautiful amp over there. Daryl loved the sound, but the jack itself had a little circuit board with a couple resistors, a couple transistors, and that wouldn't have been bad.
Yeah.
Even diodes, basic stuff like that. I could change them out. I can troubleshoot those and change them out. But it had some couple chip on board.
Oh yeah.
And you can't. Okay.
Wait.
You can,
but you have to get the right prom or EEPROM or.
Yeah, you got to mount it just
and
you got to have just perfect heat control and placement.
Yeah.
I mean, it's real easy to mess those up real quick.
Yeah.
And usually those things are to replace them. It's so expensive.
Yeah. Well, not only that,
you have to get it with the right programming already.
Yeah, that's the problem.
If you don't, then you have to have something to program it with.
Yeah.
So
the other problem is after they mount them, they usually put some kind of hot glue or something over them.
Yeah.
And by the time you get a little trying to repair it, well, first of all, we can't find the components if we wanted to. We can't even find the whole circuit board, and we haven't even been able to come across a used one.
Yeah.
Which you're taking a chance on. Finally, we talked to a guy who does amp repairs and builds custom amps.
Yeah.
Little boutique amps. He told us he said, you can bypass it. Because that's what we were trying to figure out, is how do we bypass this thing? Because it had more, you got your jack, it's either stereo or mono.
Yeah.
You got 2 or 3 wires. There's not a hell 4 if you got a ground. A true ground. So I mean, instead of this is it's a mono jack, but it's got like 4 or 5 wires coming out of it.
Yeah.
Because of that damn circuit board. And we couldn't for the life of us find anything to tell us how to redneck engineer it. This amp repair guy said, oh yeah, you twist these ones together, and use this as your ground.
Yeah.
And just wire a mono jack in. It's like, cool. We still got to do it. We haven't got around. We ran out of jacks.
Yeah.
Radio Shack's not around anymore.
Yeah.
I was lucky. I walked into a Radio Shack on vacation. It was closed, and then for some reason, someone hadn't raided their little bins of electronic stuff. So I put a hurting on it.
Yeah.
With jacks and pop meters. Yeah. Has some real nice 24 karat gold plated shit.
Yeah.
Got for pennies.
Yeah.
But other than that, we haven't gotten anything new that's interesting in the shop.
Yeah.
I mean, P90, an NAA revolver with a 6 or 8 inch barrel. 6-inch. Yeah,
Yeah, I
6-inch
think it's
barrel.
6-inch barrel.
Cobra Derringer. That is, how do we want to say this? Andalusia Armory reconditioned.
Yeah.
And I picked up the Derringer. I don't even know why I bought it. I was at a gun show.
Yeah.
I don't know why I bought the damn thing. Because it's not a caliber I like, not even in a Derringer.
Yeah.
It's 25 ACP. 22 long rifle is better than 25 ACP. But I picked it up, and we did when I bought it. I could only pull the trigger once or twice, and then that was it.
Yeah.
My hand was just whooped on it.
Yeah.
It took 2 hands, 2
Yeah.
fingers.
Well,
to pull.
that trigger was pretty bad when
that's
the first time you showed it to me. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, and so the first thing I did was a trigger job.
Yeah.
Go grab it.
Oh, I did.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's nice now. Yeah.
And then the other thing with a lot of those Cobra Derringers is when they flip open just barely enough to get
Yeah.
the one cartridge in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I modified that too. And the damn thing almost flips all the way upside down. So it is now a middle of the line firearm instead of a
instead
bottom of the line.
Bottom of the, yeah.
It's kind of like those Cobra 380s and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't ever work out the box.
Yeah.
Well, 1 out of 1,000 might.
Yeah.
Give me an hour. It'll work every time. Man, maybe 2 hours. But I mean, and we've had people bring them in. Can you do something with this trigger? Can you do something to make it more reliable? Yeah, 120, any place between 120 and $200.
Yeah.
Usually gets the job done. If they just put that extra money into it to begin with, they could have had a decent Kel-Tec or something that you wouldn't have to do anything to, and it's going to hold its resale value.
I would say decent using Kel-Tec. I mean, other than that 32,
Their 380s ain't that bad.
ain't that good either.
Well,
though.
they're better than the Cobra.
Well, that's true. I mean, and now, I mean, the Kel-Tecs, they're not even that cheap anymore.
No.
There's other guns that are more reliable that are down there near them.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at those little M&Ps, the little small ones, or the LCP, the LCR.
I like some of the cars.
Those guns are low enough in price now, and the Kel-Tecs are still where they were. I mean, it's not even really that cheap of an option anymore.
No, not anymore. But like I said,
especially since it seems that their quality control has gone completely out the window.
Well,
at least the 32s were good.
Yeah.
I mean,
I haven't bought a Kel-Tec in a while.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've had a customer buy one here lately either.
Yeah.
But I do know if you take, say, your Cobras, no, we will sell a Jimenez.
Yeah.
Or is it Jimenez now or is it Jennings now? But anyway,
Jimenez.
Yeah. The Jimenez is,
Or Jimenez.
Yeah.
I think it's actually Jimenez.
yeah, that 9mm they got out, it's a full frame.
Yeah.
But they're halfway decent guns for the money. But if you're going to buy a Cobra or SCCY, or put an extra 150 to 200 with it and get a gun that works.
Yeah.
Unless you're just a guy that wants to tinker and make it work yourself.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing.
Just don't buy a cheap gun.
Yeah,
Again.
you get what you
get what you pay
in
for.
handguns.
If you're
You
gonna buy a gun.
yeah, in handguns you
real
definitely
gun.
get what you pay for. Now you can revolvers. You can go a lot lower end on a revolver and still have something that works all the time.
I don't know. There's some of those cheaper revolvers that are pretty much garbage nowadays. You know, the ones that used to be decent, like the old Charter Arms.
Yeah.
Don't buy a new Charter Arms.
Now see, I don't know about new charge. I got my nightstand gun, 38 special, pull pin.
Yeah,
I can't even remember the the make
yeah.
or model. All I know is imported in Hialeah, Florida.
Oh,
Okay. It was definitely
That's
one of.
probably wrong manufacturing.
It might be, which isn't a bad company.
Or RG.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, well, they changed.
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It was one of those things like all those Ring of Fire guns.
yeah, there was
They
another
changed it.
there was another
It was
brand that,
basically, it was the same one, but they changed the
Yeah.
name of the company or some crap.
yeah, but I mean it works.
Yeah,
It's not a quick reload
yeah.
or anything, but it works.
I used to have
all
a
the time.
little RG 22,
Hey, I have a couple.
and
Wait a
that
minute,
thing,
let's see. Are they
it worked
RGs?
just fine.
I think there are. I got a pair of RGs pistol.
I mean, after
With
it
pearl
wore
grips.
out, I took a piece of tin can and made a shim out of it so that the firing pin would still fire, because what happened was that the hammer, you know, when it hits the firing pin,
Yeah.
because it's got a separate firing pin.
Oh, you had to
So
do it.
where the hammer would hit the firing pin, it had actually knocked
Pinned
the crap
itself.
out of the
Yeah.
hammer so that it wasn't hitting right anymore. So I put that shim up in there so that it would actually
Yeah.
hit, and it still worked. And I mean, I had the thing in my tackle box. I used
Yeah.
to use it.
Snakes.
Yeah. And
Goddamn
that was
cat-
the only thing that it was for.
Damn pelican, get away from my lure. Poof.
But I mean, I eventually gave it to my brother
Yeah.
because I just,
Now, see, I got a couple. I can't remember if they're RGs or wrong. I think they're RGs. Pearl grips.
yeah,
They're identical. Matter of fact, their serial numbers ain't all that far apart from each other.
yeah,
And they're short only.
yeah.
And I got 6mm Flabert rounds.
Oh, yeah.
And they're about like a skull can. I think there's 100 rounds in there.
Oh, yeah.
I got one for each of them, and I'm not going to say they're my bug out gun, but if I got a bug out, that's one gun that's going to go. I could fit it and the ammo in my front pocket.
Yeah.
You know, and I got 100 rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to be killing no one at a distance or anything, but hey, just seeing the gun and hearing the noise, you know, whether they feel it hit them or not, they might die 8 hours later.
Die from infection.
Yeah. But I mean, I like them. They're a nice little gun, and I tell you what, you're teaching a younger kid to shoot a handgun or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you really don't have to worry about the handgun being too much for them.
Yeah.
They're single action,
Yeah.
so they got to cock it every time, so it's easy for you to keep in control of them, and it's small, so it fits a 8 or 10-year-old's hands.
Yeah.
When they're learning and you're right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, don't give
Yeah.
10 or 12-year-old your 357 Magnum. It's just mean. Or do like my dad did. Yeah, I was 12 years old. I want to shoot 10 or 12. We went up to to hunting camp for a weekend.
Yeah.
First time I was ever up there. And Dad had his 12 gauge. And I wanted to shoot it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you what, a Model 12 with a 32-inch full choke barrel. Yeah, I pulled that. I don't think I asked to shoot another gun for at least 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Didn't want nothing
I
to
was
do with
about
one
that
right
age
after
when I
that.
first shot a 12 gauge. Before that, I'd shot a 410. I had a 410 and no, 20 gauge was the other one I'd shot. I shot Dennis 20 gauge. But I hadn't shot the 12 gauge yet.
Well, that was my first
And
experience with any
This
gun.
was a single barrel 12 gauge. So
Like,
no recoil pad.
yeah.
It was a plastic plate
Yeah.
on it, not a steel one, but it was.
What's the
just a
difference?
plate,
What's
so-
the difference?
The weight. The steel plate probably would have had less recoil because it would have been heavier. But yeah, it was it kicked shit out of me.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't want nothing to do with shooting the gun. I was gonna say the only gun before that was my uncle pulled out a old spring BB gun
Yeah,
that I shot in my grandmother's basement.
yeah,
And I had a little bit of recoil. Of course,
Yeah.
I don't think I was more than eight or 10 then,
yeah.
but yeah, that 12 gauge, yeah, it's like, Dad did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Because he did have a 22 up with us. Yeah, had me shoot the 12 gauge.
Yeah.
That turned, yeah, it's like, yeah, I didn't ask to shoot a gun for another 2 or 3 years.
Damn.
Because I knew if I did, he's going to make me shoot that damn 12 gauge. I could barely hold the damn thing up. Oh.
We better go ahead and jump over there
Yeah,
quick.
if they still want us.
Yeah, so we can do that and
Get home at a decent hour.
yeah, because we're running pretty close right now.
I'm ready to go home and eat.
So this has been Shop Talk,
This is Tracy.
and it's John.
I'll keep the powder dry.
All right.
Oh,
let's
hell yeah,
see.
we filled an hour.
Yeah. Hang on.